Okay, I have been procrastinating getting Christmas ornaments done. It's November, so it's about time. And I thought this collaboration is probably going to be the best way for me to get it done, or at least get a good start on it. So I've got a box full. I have 100 of these ornaments, and they are plastic, and they're the round with the semi-flat. And what I'm going to do with these is I'm going to pour on them, but in a different manner than I've done in the past. Usually I pour directly on them. Today I'm going to try to do skins, and everything else will be the same. So to start with, I'm going to take these off. I'm going to take them off and add them off to the side. And I'll show you the next part of this. So let me finish this, and I'll be right back. All the tops are gone, and what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to take each one of these. I'm going to put a little bit of varnish on the inside. Get it totally coated. I'm going to turn it upside down like that, and let it drain. And after it's done draining, I'm going to put the glitter on the inside, make sure I get good coverage. So that will be the next step that I do. Now everybody I've seen that does this has different ways of how they approach putting the glitter on the inside, or what they use to keep the glitter that get solid so that it doesn't get destroyed by the varnish that's used. I have plenty of this on hand, so I'm going to use some Josonia varnish and see how it works this year. Last year I used, I think I used liquid glass, and I did have some issues with it, but I think it's mostly because I didn't allow it to drain enough and to dry enough, so they got tacky. So let's just see how that works. I'm going to speed this up and we'll see how it happens. Paper towel is just to keep things clean. And pour just enough in here to try to cover our surface on the inside. I think the person I've watched this that I think does the best job getting this done is probably Britt. She does such a great job with the ornaments. Hope I haven't gone too far off frame. Now the hardest part is making sure. Okay, that is done. Now I'm going to see if I can balance it and let it drain. I'll repeat that process with the other 5. Okay, while those dry, I am going to mix up my custom glitter for this. Okay, I've got my varnished ornament, and now what I need to do is put glitter on the inside. Glitter on the inside means it doesn't go all over the place. But let's see what happens with that. So I'm going to take my custom glitter. I put 3 different glitters together to make this. I get my glitters from a lady here locally. And she's in Washington State, and this is a combination of 3. I think one is called Air, the other one is called Bling, and the third is her Surprise, which is, I think, all over the leftover. You can see kind of in there that a lot of different colors in there. And I am just looking for kind of the snow effect, the silvery snow effect. I'm going to put my glitter in. See, it doesn't take much, and I'm just going to move it around until my inside surface is covered. Do here, did I get enough in there? Not quite. That's okay. I have plenty. The whole point is get a nice even coverage. Make sure the neck is covered too. Neck is not going to be seen as much, but it's important that it is covered. That came out fairly okay. But over here that needs to be done. Okay, and as you can see, we got the entire fold glittered out, and it's not a mess. So you can see I've quite a bit of bling with that. I think I could hang this on the tree just the way it is, and it would be beautiful. In fact, I think with quite a few of them, that's exactly what I'm going to do. So I think we're ready for the next step. Okay, let's talk about our colors for just a second. I'm going to start at the bottom and work my way up. This is ball gown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 are all this little piggies. Ball gown, honeycomb, lemon sorbet, abalone, Billabong, Axolotl. This is Quinacridone Magenta by Golden. I'm not sure I'm going to use it. And this is a combination of two different things. I want to just take a second and talk about this. I just got in my last shipment of Just On Your Varnish. I picked up some of their new product, which is called Opal Dust. And it's supposed to give you glitter effects. We're going to see. I'm looking for as much glittery thing as I can. And I also just picked up from Eye Candy a product called Snowflake. The reason why these two got mixed is because I mixed up the Snowflake first and noticed it was mostly glittery. So I'm assuming this would be probably better in a resin situation. I might add it to some resin later, but you can see from just that shine that it is really a fine white, and mixed together. Let's see if you can see this. You can see that I got a white transparent glitter package, which I'm going to put first down when I start to work to get that glittery base. So that's my colors for today. I'm going to be using, once I start, I'm just going to start. My pillow paint for the day is what it always is pretty much these days. It's PPG Multi-Pro. And I'm going to be doing a skin. So I'm going to pour directly onto my silicone mat. I'm going to pour my paints. I'm going to put less pillow paint down because I don't want it to be really thick. I want it to dry fairly quickly. So I'm going to put a thin little tiny bit of pillow paint down, and then small layer, and blow this out and spin it out as much as I possibly can. Get a nice even thin layer, and we'll see how this works. So I'm going to put you on music and let you watch. Okay, let me take you down and let you look at this. This is extremely subtle. Probably more subtle than I was really looking for. You can see I did get the color representation across the way, and although you can't, I don't think you're going to be able to see the opalescent in there. It is just, I mean, it's shiny all the way through. But my issue with this is it's predominantly white. And I'm not sure that's what the color I want. I'm going to keep this, and what I'll do is I'm going to let it dry. I'm going to see how it comes out. I'm also going to do another one now to darken it up just a little bit. We'll see how that goes. Okay, I did get a lot of red there. That's good. I didn't even think of that to do that before. Put the cell activator down on the pillow, so I got some nice pillow cells. But then I used it on top again, so I got some really very nice dynamic cell work there. I don't know if this screams Christmas, but it certainly is should be interesting to work with. So when I come back for the next part, you can see what we're going to be dealing with. I'm just using a palette knife to get underneath and carefully peel off my skin. And that's why I use the silicone mat, because it's that easy. You just got to be patient. And because the middle, if you're going to have an area that's going to still be maybe deceptively a little bit wet, you have to be careful with the middle. Get rid of that little piece there. And if you're real slow, which I'm trying to be, you shouldn't have a lot of problem peeling this. The interesting thing is, when I got these mats, well over a year ago, my whole point was I wanted to be able to start doing skins so that I could do this sort of thing. Fell in love with them as a means to cover my spinner and easy cleanup and all the good stuff that comes with them. And this is like almost the first time since I've done skin. That's as easy as it gets. Now I have a skin that I can work with. You can see how shiny that is. That's going to be very nice, actually. I think I'll put this on one of the ornaments after all. You can see that how the lemon sorbet grabbed onto the cell activator. It's going to be very pretty. So that's how this goes. And I'm going to put this over here and get ready for the next part. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold this down and I'm going to score on the inside of this. Hopefully this is going to work. We'll see. And it did. I'm going to do a second one. What happens when the first one goes really well and the second one not so much. And so what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take each one of these and I'm going to place them on the outside of this bulb. I'm going to use probably a little bit of my gel do that with. Which is best, this way or this way? Now, let me take you back. I'll be right back. I think I'll try it on the back of my skin first. See how this works. This is a discovery process and the best way to attach. All I'm trying to do is flatten these out as best I can. A little bit of a wrinkle there. I'll figure this one out. The risk you have when you do this, you're dealing with a curved shape and trying to place that in the center. I don't know that I did a very good job with that, but I end up with a ornament that's not quite big enough. I'm gonna have to rethink that one. Maybe a larger cutting surface probably would be best. So here's the first one. I might have to do a little bit of experimenting with this to make sure that I get the look that I'm looking for. You see I have a little bit on the excess on the outside, but it ends up being into less surface space that I've taken up. A nice clean edge. And then there's some wrinkles. I'm going to figure this out. So I'm going to play with this a little bit more, and I'll be back in just a bit. Okay, there's the first two, and you know I did get some buckling down on here about them, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some to make that work, and so I get more coverage here. I'm going to do a little bit of playing around with it, maybe embellish with some outside design. But we'll see, and I'm going to change up my side for the next one. So I'll be right back. As you can see, it's my first 5. I didn't manage to make it to 6. I didn't have enough skins to do that with. The 2 smaller ones, I'm going to make those work because I'll do some work on there to fill in the space there, and I think that will be fine. These are a little bit larger size. What I was using, by the way, these are cookie cutters, and it gave me a nice round form to place in front on top of it and cut on the inside. So it worked really actually pretty nicely. And overall, I'm not horribly upset by these. I'm certainly not mad. So I'm going to do my ornamentation on the outside and clean it up a little bit, get things to flatten out maybe a little bit, but I'll be back in just a few minutes with the next step. Okay, I got my glue gun. I've got some clear glue sticks, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some glue around the outside of my circle here, and use a little bit of my glitter to decorate that with, give it a little bit of bling. And I think that what I'm going to do afterwards is I'm going to take these caps. And one of the problems we have with these things, because these are a cheaper brand, they're not glass. This when it goes inside, it's going to scrape up that my glitter. And I really don't want my glitter getting all scraped around the inside. So what I'm going to do is I might as well do that one now. I'm going to glue across the top of this with my glue gun. Probably an easier way to do this. But I'm going to glue it into place so that it doesn't move around. And that way, that the glitter on the neck will not get destroyed. It also keeps the glitter from falling out. So let's see how well this works. I'm gonna put that on top. I think I saw it was either Tracy Reed or Britt did this with the gluing this back on top. I also saw a TikTok artist that does the same exact thing, and I was like, oh, that's clever. So there you go, because that gets back on the top, and that's not going anywhere. That's there. And now let's see what we can do as far as decorating this. And what I do here, I'm going to do it with all of them. This is probably it looks mostly white. I wish I could show it to you better, but it's actually, the gold in there is very, I don't know, it's very subtle, and I really kind of like that. So let's see what we can do here. Pray for a steady hand. With practice, my bead will get a lot more even. I want to let this dry all the way, so I'm going to sprinkle this on and move it around. So you got just a little bit of bling there. So that now, when I go ahead and I'm going to spray this, I'm going to use a spray varnish. When I spray this, it'll make it nice and shiny, and that glitter will just continue to sparkle. Boy, that is, I'll tell you what, I'm not unhappy about that. So I'm going to do the same thing with all the rest of them, and I'll bring you back at the end to show you. So this is my process. This is how I approach the skins on the ornaments. And I hope this was useful for you. I really want to thank Nate for his challenge this month. I have been procrastinating getting these ornaments together. Christmas is coming, and I need to get started. So thanks, Nate. I appreciate it. If you'd like to help, leave a like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notifications of future videos. It really does help, and it's absolutely free. Thanks again for being here, and I hope that you got something out of this today. Bye for now.